Hey everyone, Robert here. Um, as you can see, I made $1,500 by mistake today, and I'll explain how this happened. So it has to do with the trade copier. As you can see on the screen, I entered a 4 contract long on NQ before New York Open. The context for the day was very bearish. We traded the after hours session in a local bearish trend. And right now we hit the support level, so I decided to go ahead and enter a 4 contract long here because I liked the reaction on the 1 minute, the 5 minute charts, even though the 5 minute chart was one time framing and the 30-minute chart was one time framing to the downside. Um, I still decided to take a scalp long from this level, but what I hadn't realized in the moment was that I did not activate my trade copier. So at some point in this trade, I became aware that that was the case. So I went ahead and activated the trade copier. Um, so the trade will play out. You will see that in the rest of the video. But to my surprise, what I hadn't realized in the moment was that because I activated the trade copier after I entered the trade, when I exited the trade copier automatically entered a short position on my second account. So I was not aware of that position being open until I took a break and came back to my PC and I saw my account balance being close to the 3000 mark point, and I immediately closed the trade. And to give you a little bit of a backstory, I trade two evals. You can see how I got to um, make money on them if you check my other videos. Um, this main account that you see on screen had a account balance of $2,500 on it yesterday, and the other account had an account balance of 2,000 or I think $1,500 yesterday. Yeah, that's it. Because yesterday I made 400 on one account and I made 500 on one account and I lost 400 on the second account. So today I made 1,500 on the second account and lost 400 on the first account. And you'll see how that happened in the rest of the trades that I'll present in this video. So as I started to explain earlier, the context was extremely bearish. Not extremely, but uh, after hours had a established a bearish trend, and as a result, I wasn't expecting a big reaction from this level, but I was still expecting a small bounce based on my statistics. Hence, I was targeting a 10-point move here, and I was using a higher position size for this. So I went ahead and increased the speed video so we can move past all this indecision in price action. And as you can see, the trade is playing out. Uh, I'm about 10 or 15 ticks in profit at this point, and we will get to a max of 500 or $600 unrealized profit, point at which I should have closed the trade, the full 4 contracts, because I would have been $100 short from reaching the 3K target of passing the eval. But I didn't. I wasn't decisive enough. I should have been. I decided to exit out the position 1 contract at a time, and that's a mistake because I left some money on the table on this trade. Yeah, you can see here me exiting the position with 2 contracts at around 500 and something dollars, and the rest of the position I exited much lower, and the total profit for this trade was around $300 or $400. Um, Not a bad result for the beginning of the day. I was satisfied with this, but I decided not to trade until New York Open. Now, this is my second trade. As you can see, price moved lower from the point in which I exited the contracts, but as you saw, me exiting those contracts at that point meant that I was in a short position on my second account. So you can see on the screen that uh, until New York Open, price continued the move below my level of interest, and it was around 1,500 in profit at that point. So I went ahead and closed the trade, and I was just about $30 short of the 3K goal. But I went ahead and took a 6 tick long during the latter part of the day and managed to pass that evaluation, um, in the same day. Here, the reasoning for this trade was that we had a demand into supply flip. You can see that by the green rectangle that I marked there. The flip zone would have been better displayed on the 5-minute time frame. That's a mistake of mine that I didn't show it in the clip. But right now you can also see two things. Price is struggling to move above that area, and the delta for this trade is relatively bearish. We tested the um, delta EMA. You can see that in the lower part of the screen, and we had a strong rejection. And at this point, I wasn't stressed about the trade not playing out. I was just patiently waiting in my position, waiting for the trade to play out. Again, price moving in my desired direction. You can see here I was at this point 100 or $220 in profit. I should have closed the trade right now for this amount, 220, but I again wasn't decisive enough. The greedy part of me wanted more profit, and the reasonable part of me was aware that we're also hitting the ATMA, and here we can see initiative buyers stepping in and pushing price higher above the demand and the supply flip. So yeah, part of being a good trader is being decisive and knowing ahead of time where you should get out, or if you're not seeing what you want to see, just be decisive enough to say that's enough for me. I am content, I'm happy with this money that I have in unrealized profit, and I'm going to exit and look for another trade. You can see now that the previous trade that I took just now was a good idea, but I wasn't in the right mind space because I was looking for profits for P&L instead of good trade entries. I was right on the trade direction, but my entry was poor. So, as in this trade, my entries were poor. So, I wasn't willing to endure the downside because I was in a bad place. I entered in a bad place on the chart, so I didn't have a um, good invalidation for my trades, and both trades played out and would have been winners, but because I wasn't patient enough and I was focused more on making money than on getting highly probable trades at good places in the chart, you can see price moved higher without me, of course, because I got stopped out. And you can see that I also increased my position size, and I wasn't entering based on good probability trades. Um, I was just entering based on delta, the footprint, and yeah, that's not how you trade. That's the last thing you look at, and you should focus on market structure and the basics at first, and look at those things right before you enter a trade. And if they are in congruence with your trading plan, that's more reason, that's a stronger reason for you to execute. As you can see here, the first account ended up in hitting my daily loss limit for $400, and the second account I managed to hit the 53,000 mark, and that means that I passed the evaluation. I'm going to activate the account, and from tomorrow I'm going to make that my main account, a PA, and I'm going to trade the first account as a followed account. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.